Alright, so if we now move on to what's happening in the middle of the country, in Staffordshire, and obviously SW8 revelation as the Wicker Man, the worst kept secret known to man. I don't know how these things get so much secrecy around them when there's so much that can be found out publicly so easily.
Yeah, it's I can't remember how long ago it was. It was like 2 years ago, or at least a year ago, or well over a year ago.
That we started getting information about.
Yeah,
like
I heard it right at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's like...
So obviously last year in July we were hearing about that it would be called the Wicker Man. So yeah.
To be honest, I didn't think they'd call it that because I thought the film that's called The Wicker Man didn't do that well.
Yeah, but I don't think it's anything to do with
No, it's not, but
it's
I thought they'd try and avoid the connection. But
yeah, but I think that film's so far out of public knowledge, like when I think of The Wicker Man I don't think of the film The Wicker Man. Like as if you said SpongeBob SquarePants roller coaster, you know, that's a much harder thing to separate from the IP. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose. But yeah, I've got mixed feelings about the ride, really.
The ride itself as a roller coaster looks quite dull.
People were comparing it to where is it? In Florida, they've got what are the small parks called?
The Fun Spot.
The Fun Spot, yeah.
Oh, the Mine Chase.
People, no, not that one. There's another one. They've got Mind Blower.
Mind Blower
is at one of the parks, and then at the other one they've got a small woody called White Lightning.
Oh yeah.
Which I've been on and it's quite fun. People compare it to that, which isn't like. It was fun, but it's not anything like a big...
It looks more like a family woody than like
it
an
is, yeah.
thrill,
when I was there, it was just kids on it. There wasn't any like adults, just apart from me and Jeff.
Well, no surprise there.
Man-child.
Credit. Woo!
It was no, it wasn't so small that it could only be a kids ride, but it wasn't that thrilling. It was just it was fun, but it wasn't.
It wasn't like
there wasn't any oh my god moments really.
Yeah.
Whereas Mind Blower looks crazy because it has like a big barrel roll and stuff.
Yeah, it would have been nice if we could have seen an inversion on it. I think that would have really given, especially if it was going through like the Wicker Man itself, and there was like a big turn of some kind, like a barrel roll into the fire. So
Why haven't you said this before? That's awesome.
I know that. I'd never even thought of it until you just said about that one having a turn. Can you imagine like going around the corner, but it flipped upside down
through the thing, and then there could be like
flames coming up from.
There could be a hex style thing on the floor that you look down at.
With flames coming up towards you.
That would be awesome.
Why are we not in charge from there?
To be honest, I wish. I mean, I'm being negative here, but I wish we'll go on to the positive
negative Nelly.
But I wish it'd be like an RMC. I suppose everyone does, but I feel like that would have given them a lot more flexibility because they've just gone off. They've gone with like a woody manufacturer that doesn't generally do that much stuff other than just like simple woody.
Bog standard. There's nothing like amazing about it, and I think that also it's gonna set the bar for other woodies to go into this country. If it doesn't do well for towers, I think that will be the end of not the end of wooden coasters, but it'll certainly deter other parks from installing them. If obviously the Wicker Man has it's welcomed well, then if it's welcomed well, then I think we might see more coasters start to go in the UK that are wood. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw one at Thorpe. You know, because they've been talking for ages about hypercoasters, and you know, because they've got some of the fewest restrictions in any of the parks in the UK. So for them, it makes sense to do something wild. I just don't quite understand why they're not pushing it wild. Like it should be, in my opinion, Thorpe Park should almost become Cedar Point or Six Flags Magic Mountain. Like it has that potential, and it's probably one of the only places in the country to have that. But I just feel that Merlin aren't interested in doing that to it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just a difference between England and America.
I know. It's like so frustrating.
Like we could easily have a Cedar Point in England kind of thing at Thorpe, but yeah, it's disappointing. Yeah, it would be cool to see if they do build a woody there, but bigger and better one. But.
Also, I think I'm concerned as well about the not concerned about the fire effects, but if it's going to be real fire for some of it, like is that going to start scorching the? You know, like when you see things at Disney and it has the black fire marks against it, like you can see where there should be fire. Do you know what I mean? Like you see those marks. I just hope that after a week of the effects being tested, the whole thing doesn't look charred and burnt and like ruined. You know, that it still looks really cool and crisp.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the fire effects, because initially it sounded cool, but then when you actually look at the health and safety video that Alton Towers nicely
we're not
released,
using real fire. It's like, oh.
because of the Smiler incident, every so often they release a video talking about safety,
rubbish.
which I get why they're doing it, but they shouldn't really do it straight after an announcement for a new ride, because it kind of makes it a bit like negative.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and not that they were saying, oh, we've learned loads of lessons from the Smiler. Yeah. Well, does that mean that you hadn't thought about installing it in such a health and safety way?
Yeah, it seems mad to me. And the whole point of roller coasters is to scare you and make you feel like you're in danger, but you're safe. So you're not supposed to be thinking about being safe. You're supposed to be thinking, oh my god.
Like, do you know what the next ridiculous thing is the fact that if a new ride opens at Disney and it's got fire or smoke or mist or whatever, you don't see somebody making a report going, don't worry people, it's not real fire. Like, part of the immersion is the fact that you believe that it is real fire. But if somebody's at the front going, don't go to the sun because it's not real fire, you can't really get burnt from it, it just seems a bit ridiculous. Yeah. Like,
and one thing that I thought was a bit crazy is, I'm going into marketing a little bit here, but
here we go.
I don't know if we've talked about this before, but Alton Towers shared a post from The Sun that was talking about the new ride, but in the article they brought up the Smiler incident again, which they bring up every week.
I know, it's ridiculous.
For weeks and weeks and weeks, there's so many articles on the Sun's website and in the newspaper about all this dangerous things at Alton Towers, and it's like, why you?
Why are you supporting such a horrendous newspaper?
Yeah, it's just money. It just shows a bit of greediness, because they do the whole promotion with the free tickets, which gets a lot of people in the parks to buy food and stuff. But it's a bit mad. And the other thing with the marketing was, for those who don't know, me and you and both have our own businesses and both have to try and market them to people. So, and we're all both into theme parks, so we see how theme parks market stuff. And the way they've marketed this SWA, I know they said the Smiler, SWA has been a bit weird, I thought.
Yeah, like they started with loads of effort and then abandoned the effort.
They got some YouTubers in some videos who I didn't know who they were, but other people probably do. I think I did some research and he had quite a big following. So anyway, they got some YouTubers to do some interesting videos. The first one had
it was great.
Yeah, it had loads of clues in it, really well hidden clues. And we did a video showing what the clues all meant and taking it all apart and understanding it.
If you haven't seen the video, there'll be a link somewhere below.
But since then, it just seemed like they must have cut the budget or employed somebody else to do it, because it just completely changed from being like quite clever and interesting to being really boring and predictable.
Yeah, because it started, like, the way they introduced the whole start of the marketing campaign was really exciting, like having all those hidden things and saying it was going to be part of a series, and then
they were like, the way the two YouTubers introduced it was like, we're gonna be updating you throughout the whole thing about this, some exciting things, and then they've just disappeared for some reason. So either they didn't want to do it, or someone's just cut the budget and just been like, right, we need to spend like 100 quid on it from now on.
And that's literally all they've done.
And there's things like the clues led to their website, essentially. All the clues are basically...
Are we bitching right now?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about some more things good about it later. But all the clues basically led to the website where you could put in your details, and there was like, say, some people will be chosen to experience it first.
Which basically means it's a marketing exercise to gather emails.
Yeah, but what's happened is it kind of blew up because I'm not a Merlin pass holder, but I'm in the Merlin pass holder group on Facebook. Shout out. And everybody was getting them, even though they hadn't been actually chosen, because whoever does the marketing made the mistake of writing in the subject line, "You have been chosen," but that was an email that everybody got.
Oh.
Or a lot of people got, not the competition winners, it was just a way to hint at the, like, everybody's chosen, really, because they want everybody to go to it. Yeah. But the way they marketed the competition was you be a chosen one. So it's like people were getting emails like, "You've been chosen." They were getting excited, and then like everyone was like, "No, that's not.
We've all been chosen.
Yeah. You're not a winner." So it's like that was a bit silly. But on the positive side, I do think the roller coaster overall. Now I've seen how the I don't know what you call it. The big thing, the big structure in the middle, the theming structure in the middle.
The effigy.
That we're not really supposed to have seen yet, I don't think.
I don't know what we're meant to have seen and what we're not meant to have seen.
They briefly show it in the video, don't they? And it's in the promo art, which was really good, by the way.
Oh yeah, amazing! Yeah, that is something.
I can't remember the guy who did it.
The guy who does the Stranger Things.
Yeah. I'll put a link in it just because his art was awesome.
It is really amazing artwork.
They made a good choice getting somebody who's good at that kind of thing to do it for them, not trying to do it themselves, because like I would never try and do that kind of thing because you need to have the experience making cool things like that. It looks awesome. Yeah, they did a good job with that because it's like a movie poster. Posters are designed to show the best of it.
It does look cool.
But yeah, there's some drone footage that's been released. I don't know if Merlin will like it or not, or what, because they've been hiding that structure with
tarpaulin. Well, at least through the season.
Yeah, people were at the park. Yeah,
it was closed away.
But I don't know if they might have even gotten to do it. Who knows? But it looks cool. The overall ride, it seems like I've heard that they've aged it on purpose because
I didn't know that they had.
On recent pictures, it looks old.
The wood itself.
Yeah, like the actual structure of the coaster, and apparently they had to do that to make it fitting with the trees. Officially by the council. But I don't know if that's true or not. That's just a rumor. But it does look old now. It looks like slimy, like an old wood does. Like it's had water on it and it's gone like green kind of thing. It looks quite a lot like that, and I think that looks really cool. Nobody knows what's going to happen on the pre-show.
No, that's all been kept under wraps.
So that'll be interesting.
I just hope it's not what's in the shed.
Yeah,
nothing.
Don't go in the shed. And did you see? There's a picture of the train that's been.
No, I haven't seen the train.
All you can see is the front of it.
All right.
And you can't really see much of it. It looks black, basically.
Oh right, okay.
But it looks like it fits in and isn't just like a generic like bright red train or something off the shelf.
God for that.
It looks themed. Have you seen like the buildings for the station and stuff?
Yeah, they all look cool. Quite aged.
They look like they've done a good job with the theming on it. But yeah, what it comes down to, I guess, is
what will it ride like?
Yeah.
What will the whole experience be?
If there's a bit of airtime and it runs around fast,
I think that's the important thing.
Then it'll be fun.
That layout, if it's travelling quickly, will be exciting. But by the look of the drop, it's